The deserts on our planet may seem like inhospitable wastelands not capable of supporting human life, but because of advancements in technology throughout the ages, we have managed to settle in such lands and even build cities in places previously considered too extreme to live. In this video, we will be focusing on the top 10 driest capital cities, which are all located in deserts. And while these may not be the absolute driest cities, they are the driest as far as capitals go. With that, grab your water bottles and fill them up as you'll be needing them where we're going. For our first city, we will be heading to the Iraqi city of Baghdad. Located in central Iraq, Baghdad is a large city and is located quite far inland in an arid environment, and as such, sees on average only 6.1 inches or 154 millimeters of rain per year. As far as how many days per year it rains, the average is about 10. Although the city is quite dry, it is nowhere near the driest on the list, so let's move on. Coming in at number 9, we have Kuwait City in Kuwait. Among all the bustling traffic and skyscrapers lies a dry and hot city. The average annual rainfall here is 5 inches or 128 millimeters per year. As far as how many days it rains is concerned, it averages out to about 13 days per year. Although it does on average rain on more days than the last city, the total rainfall is still lower, thus its inclusion in the number 9 spot. My mouth is already dry just thinking about it, and we haven't even made it to the top 5 cities yet. For the 8th city on our list, we will be heading to Muscat in Oman. The cultural and political center of Oman also happens to be among the driest capital cities in the world. The average annual rainfall here is 3.9 inches or 100 millimeters per year. With that, it rains on average 10 days out of the year. A dry city, but only dry enough for number 8 on the list. Moving on to number 7, we have Khartoum in Sudan. Located along the Nile River, Khartoum has plenty of water from below, but not so much from above, as the average rainfall per year is only 2.8 inches or 70 millimeters. For the average number of rainy days, it comes out to about 13 days of rain per year. This city certainly is dry, but as it's only number 7 on the list, there are much drier capital cities even still. For our 6th city, we will be stopping by the small country of Bahrain, as its capital city of Manama is one of the driest. Manama may be located on an island, but that doesn't stop it from being dry, as the city only sees an average of 2.7 inches or 68 millimeters of rain per year. For the number of days of rain, it averages out to around 19 days of rain per year. That is quite a dry figure for a city located entirely on an island. Finally, we have made it to the top 5. From here, the cities get quite dry, so make sure to rehydrate. Moving on to number 5, we have to travel to Saudi Arabia to find our next city, which is Riyadh. Being located in the middle of the Arabian Peninsula, it makes sense that this city will be among the driest capitals. Just how dry is it? With an average annual rainfall of 2.6 inches or 66 millimeters and only 8 days of rain per year, the answer is quite dry indeed. Coming in at number 4, we have Doha, located in Qatar. Like Manama, Doha is in a country that is almost completely surrounded by water, albeit Qatar is a peninsula rather than an island. You would think with all the blue stuff around that it wouldn't be so dry. Well, you'd be wrong, as Doha sees on average only 2.4 inches or 62 millimeters of rain per year. As for the number of days, it averages out to about 8 days of rain per year. For number 3, we move over to Africa and to Mauritania and its capital of Nouakchott. Like some other cities on the list, Nouakchott is located along the coast, but it still lacks any form of precipitation from the sky. Nouakchott sees an average of 1.9 inches or 47 millimeters of rain per year. With that, the city only receives rainfall an average of 5 days per year. That's less than a week's worth of rain in a whole year. Coming in at number 2, we move back to the Arabian Peninsula one last time, as we have the city of Abu Dhabi located in the UAE. You may know the city as being quite flashy, but it's got a pretty dry secret, one that'll make you glad you can fill up your water bottle again. The city only sees on average 1.7 inches or 42 millimeters of rain per year. This rain is usually only seen on about 4 days per year. That is quite dry and makes the city good enough for the number 2 spot. Moving on to number 1, we head to the driest capital city, and it is one that you may not have expected. For this city, we will be heading over to Africa, and more specifically the country of Egypt, where we find Cairo. This city takes the number 1 spot as the driest capital city in the world, and for good reason, as the city only sees an average of 0.7 inches or 18 millimeters of rain per year. What's more, that rain falls across an average of only 2 days per year. As you can see, There are quite a few dry capital cities around the world, with plenty of other dry capitals that didn't quite make the list. Were there any cities you expected to see on the list, or any cities that you thought were going to be on the list but didn't make it? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.